Blood viscosity is how thick blood is. Okay, viscosity is essentially how thick fluid is. So what we compare it to is distilled water, which has a viscosity of 1.0. So in other words, it does not get any thinner than distilled water. So in the fluid environment, that's as thin as it gets. Okay, you can also look at other fluids like motor oil, molasses, pancake syrup. Okay, and in this case, we're going to look at blood, which has a viscosity of about 4.5 to 5.5. Okay, so 4.5 to 5.5 is the viscosity of blood, so it is a little bit thicker than pure water. The thickness of blood will determine blood pressure. So if a person, let's say, had a viscosity of 11.5, that is very thick blood. And so that would drive up blood pressure. So the pump would have to work harder to push that thick fluid through those tubes. So some people, the reason for their high blood pressure is the viscosity, the viscosity of blood. Okay, it's too thick. All right, blood is produced by a process called hematopoiesis, and blood is made in the bone marrow. Okay, so I'm going to show you a diagram that looks at that. So in the bone marrow, we have these stem cells. And the stem cell, called a hemocytoblast, okay, remember blast means to build, and whatever that blast is attached to as far as the word, that's what it's going to build. So an osteoblast would build bone. A hemocytoblast eventually is going to build or create your blood components. Okay, once the stem cell is given certain signals, it's going to take two routes. All right, in no particular order, route number one is the myeloid stem cell route, and these ultimately give rise to your platelets, red blood cells, and white blood cells. And then on the lymphoid stem cell side, so we'll call that route 2 in no particular order, that is going to ultimately give rise to your B cells, your T cells, and your natural killer cells, which are highly specialized immune cells that kill pathogens within us. Okay, so this is hematopoiesis and the ability for our stem cells in the bone marrow to make our different blood components.